Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. My name is Vineet Malhotra. Amidst the Congress protests in Parliament alleging Modi Adani are one and wearing jackets of the slogan, the BJP has begun its counter-allegations. BJP Sambit Patra launched a fiery attack on Rahul Gandhi, calling him the biggest traitor of India. BJP has alleged that Rahul Gandhi is a part of a dangerous triangle which wants to destabilize our country. And as per the BJP, the triangle consists of George Soros, the OCCRP, which is a heavily funded organization by Soros, the American deep state, and Rahul Gandhi as well. We'll talk about these important facets, and others will also join in with their opinion. And Xavier Rodriguez, BJP leader, joins us on the show. And Dr. Hamid Hussain, spokesperson, the Congress party, with us on the platform as well. Gargi Nandi Roy, political analyst, with us on the show as well. Last but by no means the least, Gautam Mukherjee, senior journalist, joins us on the show as well. Before I take questions, I'm going to go to the big screen and try, in fact, give you some perspective and some context as to what we are talking about here. What is the OCCRP and what are these strong allegations that have been put up by the Bharatiya Janata Party? Well, the BJP's big charge is that Rahul Gandhi is a part of a triangle, not the Bermuda Triangle, but another triangle which involves George Soros and other American agencies as well. Remember, George Soros is a billionaire, owns a number of newspapers, controls the media in North America to a large degree. The Soros-OCCRP Gandhi nexus, if we can call it, forms a dangerous triangle, according to the BJP, which is trying to destabilize India in a number of ways. And this is what Sambit Patra also said in that fiery and powerful press conference. He also went on to say that the OCCRP is a global network of investigative journalists in 6 continents. They go about, getting information which could be detrimental if leaked, and that's exactly why this is something that needs to be discussed, and this is something that needs to be put out there in front of the people. And Rahul Gandhi is a part of this system. Rahul Gandhi, in fact, gets instructions from this system, or he, in fact, gives in information to this system which perhaps can be used by him or leveraged by him to counter the ruling government, as he is, of course, the leader of the opposition at this point in time. The OCCRP publishes reports which are critical of India, which Rahul Gandhi uses to target the government. It has often happened in the past, folks, that Rahul Gandhi has picked up issues and they have found some placement in one of the mouthpieces that is anti-India, and vice versa has also happened. They have picked up things about India which have been echoed or talked about by Rahul Gandhi in either of his speeches or his visits to either Cambridge or Oxford. This is what the BJP alleges. We are not verifying this. We are just trying to tell you that what this press conference was all about, what the BJP was saying. They also claim that Rahul Gandhi used the report to malign the Indian government. What they're practically saying is that the politics has gone down so much that Rahul Gandhi, instead of using his own observation powers while living in the country, is perhaps looking at these reports and talking ill of India. The OCCRP published reports alleging Indian government purchased Pegasus spyware, which also created a huge storm. And of course, Rahul Gandhi said that he was one of those people who was spied upon. The BJP also claimed that they coordinated effort by Gandhi to harm India's reputation as well. And it could be on a number of topics. It could be, the condition of the minorities, which of course the Congress has used many a times before. They've also spoken about the economy, that all the numbers that have been put up by the BJP are all in fact untrue, and they are malign in some nature or the other. And this is what the BJP has in fact put out again. The National Herald case is also something which talks about the OCCRP, described as these proceedings against Rahul and Sonia Gandhi as politically motivated as well. There is no truth in all these allegations. They seem to be a part of political vendetta which has been targeting Rahul Gandhi and his family. And this is a case, and Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, of course, are still under trial for this. They are on bail, and that's the National Herald case. And this is obviously in tune with what the BJP said. But we, in fact, have been trying to talk about George Soros. We have been trying to, in fact, put a lot of context into this particular conversation. And Xavier Rodriguez has always been a part of these conversations as well, as he is very much today as well. Xavier, George Soros comes into the picture once again. Even Stevie Wonder can see that there is definitely an agenda, a propaganda against India when it comes to these allegations. But Rahul Gandhi being tied to this triangle by the BJP, is that too much?
Okay, so let me explain to you, because besides being a BJP leader, I'm quite a person who works into investigations. I've been tracking George Soros as well as the US deep state's works in India over the last 7 years. Now, there are four real characters in this entire conundrum. The first is the OCCRP, the second is George Soros, the third is Rahul Gandhi, and the fourth is Samantha Powers. Now, why do I bring Samantha Powers into this conversation? Samantha Powers is one of the senior members of the US aid. The US aid, in the article that came out, the French investigation that was done on OCCRP, Samantha Powers had very categorically stated that the OCCRP is a partner of the United States government. Now, Samantha Powers is a very influential a member of the U.S. State Department. She is also very influential as far as political machinations within countries are concerned. Now, interestingly, she was in Uzbekistan in the last week of October, and coincidentally, also Rahul Gandhi happened to be in Uzbekistan in the last week of October. Now, this is not what I'm saying, but people within the intelligence circles internationally claim that Rahul Gandhi and Samantha Powers has met. So that's point number one. Point number two is George Soros. George Soros has openly stated at Davos that he's setting aside $1 billion to fight nationalism focused on India. Now, why is he looking at India, and what is his problem with nationalism? Nationalism primarily is about unifying citizens of a country towards a common nationalistic objective. George Soros is a gentleman who's been promoting open society, open borders, where he believes that as long as people are unified, he cannot gain his economic advantage while playing with either the stock markets or the currency or the businesses happening in those countries. George Soros is an economic terrorist. Therefore, he relies a lot on anarchy. And the basis of anarchy is divisive politics or divisions in society or in a nation. Now, the third important aspect is OCCRP. Now, we can keep aside all the other allegations that OCCRP has made against Adani, against his government, and say, okay, fine. There might be merit, there might not be demerit. But there's one very important aspect that this country must not forget, that the OCCRP came out with a report that actually questioned pushed for the AstraZeneca, saying that we need to go ahead with this Covaxin. Covaxin is a problem. AstraZeneca is better, a vaccine. It targeted the Covaxin product that was brought during the coronavirus pandemic. It went to focus on India, saying that India is putting out a vaccine that is detrimental to the people of India and detrimental to the places where the vaccine was being shipped to, the other nations. Now, that was OCCRP. Today, it is the Covaxin that is responsible for saving so many lives, not only in India, but also in other parts of the world. Now, one of the Congress leaders, Shashi Tharoor, himself had come out in support of AstraZeneca. What has AstraZeneca's recent statement to the concerned people in the US State Department was that the AstraZeneca did have certain issues in that particular vaccine. So you had the Congress leader, Shashi Tharoor, actually coming out and supporting that kind of vaccine while admitting and supporting OCCRP's attack on Covaxin. You can play politics and that's fine. That's what an opposition party is supposed to do. But please Open your eyes to the truth of what the deep state is working on something as serious as the coronavirus or the COVID pandemic that happened with India. They went and targeted the Covaxin. That is the problem I have with OCCRP. Now, today, whenever there is an OCCRP report that comes out, the Congress stands up, or any other negative report comes out against India or the Indian government, the Congress stands up and says, yes, this is correct. This is something you have to put the government on the floor on. What was your need to support the OCCRP report when it came to Covaxin? Can the Congress answer that? Is Rahul Gandhi the traitor, as Sambit Patra said, of the highest order? I have said it not once, but multiple times, that to me, Rahul Gandhi was the traitor when he signed the MOU with the International Liaison Department of the Communist Party of China, and he never made that MOU public. The International Liaison Department of the Communist Party of China is nothing but a foreign covert intelligence agency. If he had signed it party to party, I can understand. But that was not party to party. It was with a foreign covert intelligence agency. It's like Congress signing an agreement with the CIA. And for all you know, that might have happened.
Okay.
But it's not made public.
That
is why they're taking the support of George Soros.
Okay, let Dr. Hamid Hussain also weigh in on what you have said. Dr. Hussain, how do you respond to what Savio has articulated?
Spoken half of the time about Covaxin. Let me tell you, let me put things at rest. Even the Adar Punawala himself said that there are complications in Covaxin. And it is well proved, and various researchers have proved. We are not questioning the utility of that, and during the pandemic.
It was, sir, doctor. It was.
No, let me know, please. I did not disturb you.
No, it was.
Let him, Savio. Let him state his point. Savio, nobody interrupted you. Let him finish his point.
Let me make. That is established fact. There are certain issues like heart problem and other things. That is established. I will not spend on time on that because this question of deviation of the main problems. The main mudda here is about Adani. The discussion veers around Adani. Adani is the U.S. Department of Justice has indicted him, and also the New York the stock agency, they have also indicted, and there is arrest warrant is issued. The main mudda is that. Secondly, the OCCRP that I am talking about is not only funded by Soros only, that is Open Society, isn't it? It is being funded by United Nations. It is funded by French government. It is funded by Hungary, and many European countries, and European Union also. So when United Nations is funding, and there are two agencies which are very vital, which are working on freedom, democracy, equality, justice. Now, one is that OCCRP, and the second is International agency, ICG. There are two organizations which are functioning internationally towards furthering democracy, democratic values, equality, justice, all that. Now, having said this, the moot question is whether Adani, Hindenburg report comes, then the question is Pegasus. He talked about Pegasus. Hindenburg, what does Hindenburg report say? Hindenburg report says that there is this gentleman, Adani manipulated stock rates. He purchased his own shares through the shell companies. And there a SEBI chairman was interest of conflict was there. So various other issues that we have been highlighted. And then secondly, now, why is this man is being indicted? Adani is indicted because he was attempting to bribe 2,000 crores rupees to the officers of different state governments. Because there was
state governments
of India, whereby Adani would sell Adani's power would be purchased by this company, this solar energy Indian agency, and it was sold to the state governments, and the price was very high. So nobody wanted to purchase. So there is the process was on for bribing about 2,000 crores rupees to the state governments, and the fund was being raised from USA. So this is the issue. So when question of Adani comes, the entire government machinery start defending him. That is the problem. The issue is that when BJP is trying to defend Adani time and again, and then Rahul Gandhi as at the forefront in attacking Adani and dissecting Adani's and Ambani's and Modi's relationship, Adani, Modi and SEBI chairman's relationship, when he is dissecting, is an attack on Rahul Gandhi. Don't forget that his grandmother sacrificed for the sake of the country. She divided Pakistan into two parts. He achieved that. His father, Rajiv Gandhi, he set the process of
All right,
country.
Savio, relax,
Lot
please
of
relax.
things.
Savio,
And he sacrificed his life.
Savio,
He
you're
comes from that
trivializing this
family,
conversation.
right? From MP in representing Lok Sabha, and he's a leader of opposition. It is shame on you. Rather, I can say that Modi is a traitor because he sacrificed land to the Chinese government because 25 posts are are there in Ladakh where we are not our soldiers.
Okay, let Gargi respond to what you've said, Dr. Hussain. Dr. Hussain, you've said enough. Dr. Hussain, you've said enough. Let Gargi come in. Let's have a conversation. Let's have an exchange. Let this not become a monologue. Gargi, go ahead.
Yes, the problem is that the OCCRP, if you see, they have been constantly or consistently timing a volley of allegations which coincides with our parliament timing. This cannot be a coincidence, right? So every time there is a parliament session, something comes up and Rahul Gandhi takes it up. See, this Adani thing is obviously a hit job by the democratic deep state before it will go when Trump will come. And when the Congress person is saying about Adani, about the bribes given, if you say the bribes were given not in BJP ruled state, the bribes were given in where? Chhattisgarh was that time ruled by whom? Congress. Andhra Pradesh under YSRCP, Orissa under BJP, Tamil Nadu under DMK, it's an ally of Congress. So what are they called? So whom does the report indict if it is indicting anybody at all? And then also the report says there is no violation of Foreign Corruption Prevention Act. So I think this is, and why are people saying that Rahul Gandhi, it is very obvious, the Gandhis, they have this feeling of entitlement. They think they are entitled to rule this country. So when 2 times and 3 times they are not able to come in power, then they try to collaborate with some foreign powers, and it is shameful. Why are people saying that? Whom did Rahul Gandhi meet? I'll give you a name. Mushfiqul Fazal Ansari, a Bangladeshi journalist of OCCRP, who is known for anti-India agenda. Why should a LOP, why should somebody from India meet such person? And this one, Savio spoke about Samantha Power. Vineet, Samantha Power, she was known to be having the year of Obama, and when she met with Open Society, it had raised the eyebrows of the Republican Party. So even the Republicans questioned Samantha Power for meeting Open Society people. And interestingly, OCCRP, which is funded by these US agencies, it cannot investigate in US. It cannot investigate US government. More than $800,000 was donated by Open Society. So there are links. And this OCCRP defended Rahul Gandhi in the National Herald case. Obviously, the Pegasus case they brought up and Rahul Gandhi lacked it up. Then the co-vaccine. These were all there. So everything, when you see together, then you feel that whose agenda is Rahul Gandhi carrying on in this country? Is he an hand of some foreign agent in this country? That question arises. Because otherwise, why will a LOP meet such anti-India people? Even say, for him to meet even a Ilhan Omar. So all these things. So that's why Sambit Patra said what he had said. And this report is not by some Indian agency. It's hidden leaks by a French newspaper, that they said that there are hidden funding and all of OCCRP. It is not of a finding of any Indian agency. When Hindenburg, a foreign agency, comes out with a report, Congress can take it up. So if a French newspaper come out with a report, why cannot BJP talk about that? And then they point finger at Rahul Gandhi. Because as I told you, so this is the fact the Congress person must understand. Okay, please answer, Hamidji, you are a learned person. Why did Rahul Gandhi meet this Bangladeshi journalist? What was the reason? What was the reason to have a discreet meeting with Samantha Power in Uzbekistan? So these questions do arise. So please answer that.
Gautam, come in on that.
May I please?
Well, I think a lot of specifics have been outlined both by Savio and Gargi. I want to point at the fact that ever since the upset to the political landscape took place in 2014, Congress has been looking for traction. And in the process, I mean, even prior to that, they did sign this agreement with the Chinese. So, they were ready and willing to be the tool of the Chinese. They received monies into the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation and into their own hands uh, to do their bidding. They have been in cahoots with the ISI, with various anti-nationals, with the minorities, of course, which they regard as their vote bank, and to they never stop appeasing the minorities. And now you've got the American deep state, you've got Soros, who's got a bee in his bonnet about all nationalist governments. He's 94 years old, so it'll have to go to his son pretty soon in terms of continuing this madness. He did attack the Bank of England by shorting it and shorted the pound. He's quite a character, and there are lots of people on the ground here who are financed by him, including certain NGOs. And all of this are part and parcel of the Congress, if you like, influence base. And so to call him a traitor in Parliament. You see, another thing is happening. BJP has won Maharashtra. BJP has won Haryana recently. It looks like their hand is strengthening after the somewhat soft showing at the general elections. And I think they are sharpening their attack on the Gandhi family, as well as this blatant traitor activity that they promote. And now it's out in the open. It's, in and around Parliament. And that is a pretty serious place to raise these issues. And I think more can be expected in terms of actually cornering these people and punishing them for what they're up to. Vineet.
All right, Savi, would you like to come in? We have run out of time, but we'll take quick reactions. So Savi has been holding his
say
peace,
one
but
thing
yeah.
to Doctor. When Indira Gandhi was assassinated and Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated, it was a loss for the country, not only Rahul Gandhi, because they were Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister and Rahul Gandhi was a former PM. So this so-called habit of claiming martyrdom and victimhood is something that needs to stop. We need to go beyond that. It was a loss for the entire country. Whether politics, keep the politics aside out of it. Now, coming to the interesting aspects, the Pegasus expose that was done by OCCRP went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court gave an order that completely squashed what OCCRP was saying. The Hindenburg Adani went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court dealt with it appropriately, and the Hindenburg report fell flat. Everything that OCCRP has been targeting, today they want us, the Congress wants us to believe that just because the Department of Justice in the US decides that Adani is guilty of a crime of fraud, so we in India should accept it. Let the law take its course. It is for Adani to decide, not for India. But for us, the main aspect is there an intent to go after Indian companies that are doing well globally? Because I believe personally that the deep state does not want Indian companies to rise because they want to control the fundings and the flow and the economics of large companies. And that has always been imperial thought. India, to them, is still a vassal state, but India is rising as Bharat, and that's what they have a problem with.
Yes.
All right. Okay, we've run out of time, unfortunately. Dr. Hussain, quickly, if you can say what you want to say in 10 seconds, I'm okay to accommodate that.
No, the point is that the vague issues are raised, The point is that when there is an attack on Adani, the issues that ORCP is being funded by Soros and things of that kind, they don't know about Soros. Soros was Hungarian Jews, and the entire community was wiped out. The Jewish community was wiped out, and that made him to run an institution called Open Society Foundation. And they fight for freedom and all that. And then,
All right, sir. So you're breaking up. We've also run out of time. Apologize for that. We'll dip into a short break. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We'll be right back.